What's up, fellow geeks? My friend Kid back again. Welcome back to Geek Thoughts. And today, guys, this is really interesting topic and something I definitely want to hear from you guys because with the climate change and what's going on, as well as a lot of the phases of the next phase of the MCU put on hold. This has not stopped American Gods star Yetide Badaki, I hope I'm saying her name right, giving her opinion on a character she's very familiar with, a character that means a lot to her, and it's also a character that means a lot to me because I am a fan of this character. And she talks about why Marvel Studios needs to introduce Ororo Munroe Storm now. As I said before, with the climate that things are now, representation does matter, and I won't say anything bad because as far as I'm concerned, you still gotta trust Kevin Feige. He's got a plan, and it seems like the plan to introduce, the X-Men and things like that is still mostly phase 5. But we all don't, in terms of me personally, I don't want to see all the X-Men just put in one movie. Spread them out. Have them being introduced in other movies. And a lot of us have always said Storm should be introduced in some shape or form in the Black Panther movie or something like that. Black Panther 2 or so on. But Miss Badaki, once again, if I'm butchering her name, I apologize. I've seen her, and I've seen her on American Gods, and I've always like, this sister could probably pull off Storm. So we're gonna listen. So these are some of her words about the situation in general, and I just want to get you guys' opinions on it as well. So let's get to the what she had to say. So these are her words. Once again, she did an interview, and she talked about it. And she really stressed it too about the importance of time to introduce Storm into the MCU. So these were her words. And I quote, "I love Storm because to me she has always been a representation of the power of black women. She's an Omega level mutant, a queen, a goddess. As a child who had recently moved from Nigeria to the United States during a time of unrest, I remember being blown away by the powerful Storm I saw on Saturday morning cartoons. This magnificent, dark, black woman looked like me and made me feel like there was nothing I couldn't do." She goes on to even say, which this is really what got me right here. She goes on to say, "We've had deeply talented Oscar winner portray her, and still it always felt like the Weather Witch was never given enough material on screen. With all that black women do to push the needle forward, we should be celebrated, especially now. The way Storm has been treated on the big screen sadly feels like a parallel to how black women are too often treated in life. Underestimated, unrepresented, as the world of corporations echo the words Black Lives Matter. It is more important than ever for the MCU to show Storm in all her glory, and even more so to celebrate dark-skinned women who have constantly been ignored and given less opportunity due to colorism. Okay. Oh, and she also added, hold on, no, there's more. She also added, to those who know Storm and has always been important, and her importance to the MCU at the point in time is even more magnified as we are all rightfully demand more powerful black stories in every medium. We need to uplift black women. We need to amplify black women. We need to protect black women. And I can't help but think that we had never needed Storm as much as we do right now. It is high time that Storm finally receives the solo film treatment that she has rightfully deserved. Okay, now for those who don't know who Badaki is, she plays the role of the Quist on American Gods. Okay, that's a lot to digest, right, guys? I understand where she's coming from, and I understand that the one thing you don't want to do is just do it for the cause. And I'm not saying anything bad about what's going on now. I'm not trying to say anything bad about that. But to just add a character into the fold just to feel like, okay, it's for the cause, but we all know Storm is planned. No way she's not going to be in the MCU. It's just exactly when and where. And I definitely will agree with her as well. To me, Storm has never been done justice properly, and I'm not trying to downplay Halle Berry or downplay Alexandra Shipp, because Alexandra Shipp was the one thing I will give her credit for Storm is she has Storm with the mohawk. I love Storm with the mohawk. Oh my god, I love Storm when she rocking the mohawk. But I will agree, they both have never really given Storm the true treatment of who Ororo Munroe really is. I've said it before, you guys have heard me say it many times. When that woman steps into a panel, all eyes are on her. That's not even like she demands the attention from the likes of Cyclops and Wolverine and other Professor Xavier. No, she has earned that respect. Similar to like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman steps into this panel with Bruce and Clark. She's earned that. Storm is exactly the same way. I will also agree with, I feel that it is high time that we do have a darker skinned sister playing the role of Storm. And because she is right. To most, when we see high profile in terms of even in magazine and things like that, in terms of black women, they mostly look like me. They have mostly my skin complexion or lighter. In society, lighter means beautiful instead of darker skin, but I don't believe in that, and nobody should. Storm is definitely a character I want to see, and I believe Kevin Feige is going to do everything in his power to make sure that the X-Men, not just Storm, but everybody is done better. I've said it before. He's probably looking at everything Fox did and looking at it and like, you know what? I can do that better. I'm not going to do that. We could do that better too. But Storm definitely is a character that does need to be added into somebody else's movie. Would it be cool for more X-Men characters to have solo movies besides like Wolverine? Wolverine is the only one. And I know some people say Deadpool, but he's associated with the X-Men, but he's not truly a mutant. So I wouldn't mind seeing Storm with the movie in some sense. There was supposed to be one. Halle's always talked about, yeah, she was pushing for it. But once again, Halle's portrayal did nothing for me as Storm. I looked at her and I'm like, that's supposed to be Storm? Like, Halle's portrayal in the beginning, she was timid, she was very quiet. That's not Storm. Storm is not timid, she's not quiet, she speaks her mind, and she'll get in your face if she needs to. As for Alexander Shipp's version, I just felt once again that she was somewhat timid, but easily swayed in power. We saw how that did. We saw how that went. It was kind of stupid. But yeah, it is time. I do have a lot that Miss Badaki has made some good points. She made some good points about what is needed for Storm, what Feige and Disney and all of them need to look at, because Storm is one of those characters, one of those X-Men characters we know, we love. She is truly beloved, like I said, and I think as any Storm fan of Storm, we just want her done with respect, right? Well, guys, that's all for today, guys. What do you think about what Miss Badaki said? Is it time to bring Miss Ororo Munroe into the MCU now, or should we stick to the plan as Mr. Feige has it? Leave your comments in the section down below. Like I said before, if you want to read the full article from comicbook.com, I'll leave it in the link down below. But as always, guys, this is Mama and Kid, your alpha, saying peace and love, stay tuned, keep it real, stay positive, guys, as always.